I don't mean to brag, I don't care, but I want you to know, double vaxxed, booster, never got COVID, clearly, Jesus loves me the most. Seriously. So nice, so nice.
Comedian Heather McDonald is out of a Valley hospital tonight after she collapsed over the weekend during a show at the Tempe Improv.
You know, and I got the shingle shot, and I said, and I've never had COVID. So clearly Jesus loves me the most. And then I went, and then I fell over.
As McDonald says, doctors found no specific reason why she collapsed.
The evidence has been staring at us in the face for a while now. Statistics from 2022 show a dangerous trend. There's been a rise in the number of unfortunate incidents, young men and women in their 20s and 30s dying from heart attacks. The reasons? Either long COVID symptoms or COVID treatment side effects. Cut to 2023, we told you about deaths on the dance floor last week. There have been alarming reports of heart attacks during Garba nights this year. These are nights of frenzy, dance, high-octane music, high adrenaline moves. Imagine 1 second you're dancing and the next you could collapse. So much so that organizers in Gujarat in India have kept medical teams on standby at venues. At least 10 people died of heart attacks during Garba nights in Gujarat in just 24 hours. The youngest victim was 17 years old. Imagine that, a heart attack at 17. Let me now circle back to the ICMR study. It was focused on answering one question: why are young adults between 18 and 45 years dying of heart attacks in India?
Tom Lockyer was playing the 15th match of his first season in the Premier League. We're not showing the agonising moment Luton's captain collapsed after 59 minutes.
A Premier League soccer match between Luton Town and Bournemouth has been abandoned after Luton captain Tom Lockyer collapsed on the pitch. The score was 1-1 when the 29-year-old fell to the ground in the 65th minute with no one near him. He was carried off on a stretcher and taken to hospital. Luton says Lockyer is responsive. It's the second time this year he's collapsed during a game, with the last incident requiring a minor surgery to treat an irregular heartbeat.
It was Lockyer's second heart scare in a match in 7 months. After collapsing in the Championship final that secured Luton's promotion, surgery was required.
An atrial flutter, which is basically the heart, irregular heartbeats, so it just wasn't responding how a heart should respond in them situations.
Tonight, the family of an NFL player says that the public's compassion means the world to them.
Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin collapsed after making a tackle during last night's game. The team says the 24-year-old suffered cardiac arrest. Hamlin is in critical condition right now. His family says he is receiving exceptional care. Sudden cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death in young athletes.
The heart of Denmark's Christian Eriksen also stopped beating at Euro 2020, but he had a type of pacemaker fitted and he's now playing for Manchester United.
Medics confirms the 29-year-old received life-saving CPR on the pitch during Saturday's game against Finland.
Now to a scary incident involving the son of NBA superstar LeBron James. 18-year-old Bronny, a freshman on the USC basketball team, suffered a cardiac arrest on Monday during a workout on campus.
The scare came less than a year after another USC player, Vincent Iwuchukwu, suffered a similar cardiac event, collapsing at practice last summer.
Dr. Martinez, let's bring you in here because this incident, of course, sadly harkens back to what we saw happen with Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin when he suffered a cardiac arrest after he was hit during a game. Hamlin, just 25 years old now. Bronny is 18 years old. Athlete, no known medical conditions. How unusual is it for something like this to happen to a young man, an athlete?
It was Friday, October 13th. 16-year-old Angel Hernandez had just hit his best time ever in a cross-country 5K. His score was enough to qualify the team for regionals. It was also the last race the teenager would ever run. After finishing the 5K, witnesses say Hernandez collapsed to the ground at the finish line at the Buff Fields in Haltom City. Some friends helped him over to the water station. where he collapsed again and was then rushed to the hospital. Angel passed away about an hour later.
Off camera, Angel's family members told me they still don't know what exactly caused the teen to collapse.
Heart attack deaths have become more common across all age groups since the start of the coronavirus pandemic.
But a recent study found that young people are actually most at risk in this case.
In Connecticut, at least 18 teenagers and young adults have shown symptoms of heart problems after getting the COVID vaccine. According to the CDC, this condition occurs more often following the second dose and typically 4 days after vaccination. But despite these cases, medical experts continue to encourage young people to get vaccinated. They say it's still worth it.
Across Connecticut, a rare complication is turning up in young people around 4 days after their second dose of the COVID vaccine. It's called myocarditis, an inflammation of the heart muscle.
This is a different kind of pain that is more pronounced when children are lying flat. It's usually relieved when they sit up. It can be just described as sort of a diffuse discomfort in the chest.
So far, there doesn't seem to be any common underlying condition. All of these patients were considered healthy before coming down with this. But again, the CDC is keeping a watchful eye over this issue.
The terrifying incident was quickly followed by wild speculation and conspiracy theories. Elon Musk today suggesting the COVID vaccine caused Bronny's cardiac arrest, tweeting, "We cannot ascribe everything to the vaccine, but by the same token, we cannot ascribe nothing. Myocarditis is a known side effect. The only question is whether it is rare or common."